Whether it's dribbling the ball, shooting hoops, playing fetch,
Go get the ball.
or popping the tail of a skateboard, Cal Anderson Park in Seattle provides a home away from home.
Cal Anderson has always been safe for me because, I wasn't a burden to anybody here.
The only place that made sense during the early years of Aja Ruff's life.
There was mental health issues in my family, and there were substance abuse issues in my family.
And incarceration. It all worked to pull Aja's family apart. Her sense of home life turned hectic.
Sometimes it would be at my grandma's house, sometimes it would be at my mom's friend's house, sometimes it would be at this motel.
Because of the many moves, Aja doesn't have many photos, but she does have this. Self-portraits, drawings, and journal entries that tell her story.
During this time, I was living in from motel to motel.
Even her art therapy couldn't ease the pain from a brutal reality of homelessness at just 15 years old.
I was very, very, very tired, and I was at a point where I didn't want to live at all.
Aja says she was admitted to Seattle Children's Hospital after having a mental health breakdown, but she would not return to homelessness with her mother. Instead, Aja would leave Children's Hospital under the state's care.
There's nothing there. There's really nothing there.
After 9 days at Children's Hospital, Aja immediately went into protective custody.
It was a big house, and there were alarms on the doors and the windows, and so I couldn't use the bathroom in the middle of the night.
Her writings reveal the words she could not speak.
How does one live a happy life when they've been conditioned to believe that's the one thing they weren't meant to have?
She ended up dropping out of school and moving to the Totem Lake neighborhood of Kirkland.
I'm just a head and some shoulders at this point, you know. Where's the rest of me?
Her third foster care location, but the first place she could call home.
I got to do a lot of really important life transitions there and be supported, and it was really wonderful people that I lived with too.
Aja was approaching her 18th birthday, meaning she would soon age out of government care.
Nothing is in your name.
And a roof over her head wasn't promised.
I have my GED. I have $80 in a saving account. I don't know anything about credit. Last job I had was at a yogurt shop.
Because of that, Aja began thinking about a grim alternative.
It always came back to you're gonna have to sell your body one day, Aja. You're gonna have to do it.
A fear that never turned into a reality because Aja signed up for extended foster care.
There's no bad kids. There's kids who need support systems, who need help.
It's the simple pitch State Senator Reuven Carlisle made to his fellow lawmakers to get Senate Bill 6222 passed, allowing more kids access to extended foster care, a chance for some kids to learn how to build a home of their own, independent from the government's help.
We do things and put expectations on them that we don't put on our own kids.
But providing that comes out of taxpayer pockets. The senator's bill costs roughly $7 million a year to help the 600 youth in extended foster care. Reports show a third of kids who age out of care at 18 will end up homeless, and 1 in 5 will call jail a home.
I physically cannot call somebody when I need help. Where am I going?
Many believe extending care until the age of 21 will help teens develop tools to pursue their dreams. Aja aged out of extended foster care in January. She now works at the Mockingbird Society, advocating for foster care and ending youth homelessness in Olympia in front of lawmakers. Two things she dealt with firsthand. But now she finally has the tools to succeed. Even her artwork shows the transition.
Me sort of realizing that I'm not just some scroungy little peasant that doesn't even deserve the scraps of life.
Aja says the extra 3 years in extended foster care helped her figure out how she would build her own home. Now she's living independently of the government and giving back to the same system that once supported her.
As I'm washing the dishes in my new apartment, and I'm washing and I'm like, this is my cup, and I'm like, this is my sink, this is my apartment.
In Seattle, Nadia Romero, Q13 News.